Hey, what's up guys? The Ryan from 1992 here. We are now into our second part of the scuba facts. Things that you don't know about scuba. And as I promised you, I'd have some new, very interesting facts on a sport that not a lot of people know about, surprisingly. So, I figured I'd start off this video with a little bit of a history of scuba. There was scuba diving before Jacques Cousteau, who was known as the kind of inventor of the aqualung, which is the kind of scuba diving equipment we use now. There was before something called closed circuit scuba, where you basically blow in a bag, it goes around, takes out the CO2, and then you breathe that air continuously. The problem was it didn't really work at low depths, and it wasn't really that efficient. So Jacques Cousteau and his friend, he's two French, well, Jacques Cousteau was actually a naval commander in the French army. And him and his friend wanted to try and get scuba diving for everyone. So, you know, you and your family can go scuba diving. So what he did was invent the aqualung, which is basically what we use now. Like I said before, compressed air in a tank. And you basically just breathe it in and out, and he just developed it, and now look at it, it's very, very, very complex, all the different equipment, but basically scuba diving owes everything to Jacques Cousteau. He made also a lot of documentaries, if you want to go see them, they're really cool. The second fact about scuba, people are always wondering, you know, you're down there, it's, you know, you're getting into these places like the St. Lawrence River, Pacific Ocean, you know, you're going into marine habitat here. What's more of a risk, you know, getting attacked by, you know, a fish or from yourself? And the truth is, it's mostly from yourself. The chances of a shark attacking you guys, and there's so many myths about whether they'll just, you know, just go after you or not. I don't think a shark is really going to kill you as much as you will. The chances of an underwater species hurting you is much less than you getting tangled on a shipwreck, you know, losing your tank, losing your mask, something being wrong with your equipment. That's what's probably going to hurt you the most underwater. Also, you know, if you're not diving with buddies like you're supposed to, and you're just being stupid about it, yeah, you're going to get killed, man. Maybe, you know, you have some luck, but if you don't follow the rules of scuba, that's going to hurt you. Don't worry about the little creatures. Another thing, people wonder, really, how safe are scuba tanks? I hope I didn't scare you guys yesterday, last video when I mentioned that they were equivalent to TNT. Scuba tanks go through yearly inspections. What they do is, every year, tanks are subject to a visual examination. So basically you bring them in, the guy just gives it a quick look, make sure, you know, everything's up to date and you're alright. But every 5 years or so, it has to go for a full test, which means they go and take a look at it, they look inside, they put it under extreme pressure, they, you know, expand it, Most tanks pass. But if your tank doesn't pass, they're going to send it back to you like Swiss cheese. They're going to drill all of these holes in it because it's your property. They can't keep it, but you're not going to be able to use that tank again because it's not safe. And they're doing it to protect you. People wondered, how do you get your tanks filled? Well, if there are dive shops, you bring them in, and the guy will just fill them straight up, and he'll check first to see if it's had its inspections, and then he'll go right ahead and fill it. It's just like getting your car refueled. Not really a lot of dive shops in Montreal, unfortunately. What are you going to do? Just to close off, guys, some other stuff about scuba. There's a lot of jobs that have to do with scuba, man. I mean, right now, for example, construction. There's not a lot of scuba divers who could do that. All the underwater construction. You know, dealing with boats. They don't want to take the whole boat out of the water, so you just send in a scuba diver. Obviously, stuff like the Titanic, discovering the Titanic, man, that couldn't happen without scuba divers. Obviously, they weren't going down just them, but, you know, the technology, other shipwrecks, you know. The Army needs scuba divers, obviously, for water-based attacks, you know. Navy SEALs. That's obviously something like that. And the biggest thing people use scuba for is just for having fun, man. And just going down with your buddies, and it's such a great sport. And it's too bad not a lot of people try it. I don't know, maybe they're afraid, but it's so great. I really, really encourage you guys to try this sport. Even if you're not a good swimmer. I mean, I wasn't really that great a swimmer when I started. And now I swim great, and I have a much bigger lung capacity. I can hold my breath for a really long time now thanks to scuba. And really, guys, that's it. That's it for scuba diving facts. If you guys want some more, just send me a message. I'll be happy to answer any questions you might have. The next video coming up, I got a really good suggestion. I forgot who gave it to me. Sorry, guys. I forgot who gave it to me. I'll mention in the next video. And that is pet peeves. Stuff that pisses you right off. And I'm sure you guys are going to want to comment on this one because pet peeves, man. What pisses you off? Plenty of stuff. So, until next video, peace.